Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another gameplay slice with the sole purpose of showing you a little bit of gameplay or a specific part of the game. Today, Vampire Survivors. This is a cute indie game made by just one person. This game costs €2.40. This is a game where you don't have to dodge all the bullets yourself, you are the bullet hell. So it's a very simplistic game, graphically very simplistic but super addictive. And I like it a lot. I will show you a little bit what you can do in this menu. There's honestly not a lot there. I have been playing so far for around 5 hours. It is a roguelite game, meaning that you can earn money like I am doing over here. You can spend that money on power-ups. That's the power-up system. There are achievements. You can check over here which achievements you still need to do. I've done most of them, but you might still have to do a few in order to either get more money or unlock specific features of the game. And talking about unlocking features, you are only starting with one hero called Antonio, and then the more you play you will slowly but surely unlock all the other guys as well. And you can see each class here has a different starting weapon and everybody has some different stats as well. So this person does more damage with attacks, he gets more experience, this has faster projectiles, he has +1 projectiles, which is very useful. Weapon cooldown reduction, permanent area of effect, permanent pickup radius, and more projectiles every 20 levels. We're gonna go with Mortaccio. He has a specific bone attack, which I personally really like. We're gonna do the library level. I think there are only 2 levels at this point. This is an early access game after all. And yeah, library is fine. So here we are. This is the game. Let's try to not get blown up instantly by a ghost. That would be nice. What is good to realize is that I am actually not firing any weapon whatsoever. Everything is automated in that sense. The only thing I can do is dodge the enemies. And as the game progresses, we get stronger and stronger, or at least that is the idea. So I leveled up, and I'm leveling up because I am picking up the crystals that you currently see falling from the ceiling. The King Bible is not a bad weapon actually. This is a weapon that orbits my character, and especially in this level that's pretty good because the enemies will most of the time be close. So you will be able to see that Bible pretty soon. There it goes. It wipes out quite a few characters, which is great. So we got the Holy Bible and we got our bone. You can see what the bone does. The bone is bouncing around between this enemy and a few of the other enemies. And if it hits a good, a good number of enemies there, you can easily kill 5 or 6 enemies with a single bone attack, especially in something like that. Like that's a very effective bone attack right there. So I need to get some more experience. There we go. Alright, what else do we want? The cross could be decent. I'm not really a fan of either of these. Like we have a pigeon. That's like a bombing bird. We got a knife, but that's just a projectile in whatever direction you're facing. And then we have a cross. I think the cross is probably the best, especially when leveled up. It's like a bit of a boomerang, and then it moves in the other direction. Yeah, it's not the end of the world, but it's not great either. It might be great later down the line, but at least we have some ways to kill off a bunch of enemies, especially if they're close. Which is worth quite something, honestly, because otherwise sometimes you get boxed in, even at the very early stage, and then, yeah, it's just pretty bad. We're not gonna go with the whip here, although it is pretty decent, but I have a few other weapons that I really want to pick up. So I'm just waiting for those to drop. Area of attacks, I'm not sure. Do we do a whole lot of area of attacks? We actually do quite a bit of area of attacks. Yeah, sure. Let's go with the candelabra. Candelabra? Candelabrador? I think that's what's going on. We can try and pick up this crystal over there. You see the green crystal on the table. That's a lot of experience right there. If I manage to actually make it there and get there, which may be difficult, to be honest. I think I will always be upgrading the bone. The bone is just a very effective weapon, and your upgrade path, as far as I have seen so far at least, your upgrade path is typically tends to be the same, meaning that you are typically always using the same sort of levels, meaning that level 2 of King Bible is always one more projectile, and I think that is the case. I am not 100% sure. I mean, I have 5 hours in the game, and that is what it seems to work like to me. But you see, we're already doing pretty decently, I would say. We have quite a few things that, you know, we like, I would say. I'm really not a fan of the knife. And I'm not a fan of the pentagram. Like, it destroys everything, meaning literally everything, including bonuses and whatnot. So I think we'll just increase our health a little bit. None of these options are really good. Alright, here it begins to be a little bit more interesting. You see this mummy over here. This mummy is sort of a boss character, you could say. He has a lot more health than others. And what we can try and do is kill him. And that should give us a specific reward. Those rewards will be either a chest that we can loot. Or it will be... there's the chest. Or it will be an experience orb. But then a really good one. So the experience orbs or the experience crystals, as you can see over here, they come in 2 versions, I guess. Sorry, in 3 versions. There's blue, green, and red. Let me just quickly get this. There we go. And this is the treasure. You can open it and then like this thing starts to play. I really like it. Listen to this. Yeah, it's a true slot machine kind of thing, but I love it. So we get a free update at random, and this time we picked the cross, meaning that our cross now does a lot more damage. If you aim the cross correctly, it's gonna cut through an awful lot of people there. Do we want the Sanda water? It's not bad. It's gonna be pretty decent in this level, actually. Yeah, sure. We'll take the Sanda water. This is gonna throw down a well, like this. See, a little piece of holy water, I suppose, and everybody walking on it is going to be damaged. You can upgrade this so that you get much more area of effect. You can also upgrade it in a way that it's just gonna drop more of these things on the floor. But especially because everybody in this level is so grouped up, everybody's gonna be really close together. The other level is much more of like an open level, where this is much more closed because you basically have like, you know, a long level from left to right, and that's about it. We could try, but it's a little risky. We could try to avoid all of these like this and go back and pick up some of the experience, because there's a lot of it over here, see? There, got hit a little bit. Okay, we're definitely gonna do the bone. I mean, the bone is kind of a no-brainer, I think, on this character. It's just so good. And the more projectiles you have and the more base damage it does, it's really gonna matter hugely, I would say. Okay, we gotta take a little bit of damage here. Once again, we're gonna go for the bone. Like the bone is just so good. But this is the risk that I basically just took. So I took definitely a risk by going back instead of going in a single direction, because I kind of wanted all of the experience here, because there's so much of it. Here's another boss, meaning that I could try and kill him once again, which I think we can work out. Like we're starting to do decent damage here, and my bone is one-shotting most of the enemies, so that's good. So we're in a pretty decent spot, I would say. Alright, the boss is dead. He's leaving another chest. Let's go for center water. Now you see there's already 2 of them. Let me quickly get to this chest. Here we go again. See what we get this time. Another cross. Alright, but I'll take it. You can see at the bottom here what it actually did. So 1 more projectile. Should be pretty good. Another interesting thing about the boss enemies that I just killed is that these guys keep respawning, but it is the same enemy. Meaning that you can do him damage, and then he may get out of sight because you're constantly kiting around and whatnot. Right? You're constantly on the run. So you might lose track of him, but then at some point you see him again. You can be sure it's the same guy, and all the damage that you dealt to him is still dealt to him. I think we're just going to take some defenses. There are no good options here. I don't like the garlic too much. So we're going to go with armor. And hopefully we get the final weapon upgrades that we want. I am really looking for the wand. Any of the 2. Ideally both, I would say. So the magic wand is, I think, just a great upgrade. And let's see if we can pull it off. Yeah, she was too close. So that's what happens if you don't pay attention and you get like swarmed by her. That's problematic for sure. We need to kill a few of these things. There we go. For a bit of food. See, you can kill those things for a little bit of food. They restore 30 food, so it's quite alright, I would say. The boomerang is not too bad, especially if it is aimed at the correct enemies, which you don't control. So that's the downside, I suppose. But here, see, it's gonna go straight through whatever is gonna come up over there. We got another boss. Not sure what this is. Oh wow, okay, it killed everything in sight. Not bad. We'll take the second one of the hollow heart there. We are still not really getting the upgrades that I would like to have in terms of weapons. So we're gonna keep my weapon slots open in that sense, and just keep our options open at the same time. If you look at the top left, there are a few options. As in, you can see a few things. The top sort of row, if you will, those are my weapons. And those are all the weapons that I currently have and that are active. The bottom are the passives, if you will. And you can get 6 of both of them. And if you completely level up a weapon, and the next time that we level up, I'll try and show you if I remember. Meaning that if you completely level up a weapon in that sense, you can... Oh, this might hurt a little bit. Ooh, actually, it might hurt quite a bit. I need to throw out my bone, man. Ooh, I think we might actually do the garlic, because I'm about to die here. And the garlic knocks away the enemies a little bit. Right, so what I was about to tell you guys here, this is the weapon. So I got 5 weapons now, and here you can see how much they have been upgraded. So my bone is level 4, the book is level 2, the cross is 4, etc, etc. And the same is true for the passives. These typically have only 5 upgrade levels. Yeah, we're just gonna go with the standard water here. Did not get lucky on the candelabra, so that's a little bit of a shame. We're probably gonna die here. I need to get some health, like real fast. There's a book. I don't know what that book is. Oh. Oh, it's just there. Yeah, sure. Weapon cooldown is good. I don't want the fire wand. We'll do the candelabra door again, I think. It's just not... Oh, damn, dude. Oh, here's health. Okay. We found a little bit of health. There's another boss here. That like spinny thing over there. But we're kind of out of the woodworks, I think. This is not too bad, honestly. Now, I was forced to pick quite a few options that I'm really not a huge fan of, but yeah, it's better than dying. And we might still be able to make something out of this run. Like, it doesn't look too great, to be honest, but we do have a little bit of regen, for sure, just from our passives, and we might be able to find a little bit of food as well. So we're gonna try and make that happen. I'm debating whether I should move back, because there's so much experience over there. But I could also move forward and hopefully get lucky. There are things that you find, or you can find at least, which basically pull up all the experience that was ever, ever available in the entire level. So all of the crystals, they basically pull it up, and there. Oh well, I just looted one. There we go. So that's great news. So I am about to level up a whole bunch of times here. I think we want to be focusing on the King Bible. So what's going to happen here in the background? All of the crystals that were dropped on the ground by the monsters are now going to be pulled towards me. Yeah, we're going to go with the King Bible here. I think we want these weapons to go up in level as fast as we can, because we just primarily need damage. I mean, that's the main thing that I need here. I need a bunch of damage. I think the King Bible is... I think I like the King Bible better than the cross, to be honest, right now. Oh, there we go. This is what I want. The magic wand. Okay. We're gonna go for the bone. The bone is great. Here is number 2 for the magic wand. I think that's great too. We might want to go with damage, though. Yeah, I think for now damage is fine. So I just gained 4 levels basically out of the blue by getting lucky with a candelabra. I don't mind that at all. And you can kind of see, even though we were in a bit of a rough spot, it is starting to look a little bit better, I would say. We're starting to do more and more damage. We're starting to kill enemies faster and faster. And you just have to keep up basically with whatever the game throws at you. If you somehow don't do that, then it's going to be very problematic. So I'm trying to kill the bat over there. The bat is another special enemy. Trying to kill the bat because he's going to drop a chest. And you can see the arrow over there, here in the right corner. That also means that there is another chest over there. So we need to return. We need to go back. We're gonna upgrade the Bible once again. Let's see what the chest holds for us. Alright, another cross upgrade. Let's see what we actually got. Base damage up by 10. I'll take it. So we can almost just make our way back through the enemies. We almost do enough damage to actually just make our way back and kill a bunch of monsters here. Let's see what's in this candelabra. Just money. That's a shame. More money. I'm hoping to find some more food so that I can heal up a little bit. I will take all of the experience I can get though around this place. And I'm gonna go back and try and make it to the chest. I think the magic wand is actually something that I want to prioritize. If you are able to upgrade an item all the way up to level 8, then you have an option, especially if you find a chest. I think it can only come from chests. You have an option to evolve the weapon. And if you evolve the weapon, it's gonna become some sort of like super version of the weapon. Oh, there's some food for me. And that version is extremely strong. Like extremely strong. Flat out broken. But you need it because you can already kind of tell what's going on here. Like this is getting out of hand real fast, I would say. This is becoming pretty nuts. I'm still on my way to that chest. Here's some food. Nice. Oh lord. There's some more food. More projectiles, yeah, from the cross. I don't think that's a bad idea. The cross seems to be relatively effective. Okay, we're still alive. Still hunting for that chest as well. And the cross, it spreads out quite a bit. So especially if I'm not in the corner, like if it only goes up this cross, it's not great. But if it goes to the right or the left, it's gonna basically cross down the entire screen. So that's pretty decent. You have chests, by the way, that are better than this one. There are chests that give you 3 rewards instead of 1. I haven't found them yet, but if we stay alive for a little bit longer, we definitely will. Okay, more base area damage. That's definitely not bad. Here's another chest. There we go. What did I tell you? Okay, this is gonna get us 3 reward, and sometimes you get lucky and it turns even into 5. Now, we're not really speccing into luck, so I don't think that's gonna happen, but yeah, great. And you get some money as well. So we get 20% health and a little bit more armor. Let's see. I think the King Bible. Yeah, we're gonna go with the Bible. Well, so far so good, I would say. Really not too unhappy with everything that's going on. I think the area is probably a good idea. Like we have almost everything does area apart from the magic wand. Here's the next boss. This is Medusa. Now these bosses, by the way, they don't typically do much. They're just like very large. And you should make sure that you're not getting hit by them. But apart from that, they don't do an awful lot. We're gonna go with the duplicator here. Weapons fire more projectiles. That's just really great for me. Because it basically applies to all of my weapons. Everything that I have. Okay, so we killed the boss. Here we go. Hopefully 3. No, it's just 1. So my build, if you will, is complete. Right, I have basically found all of the pieces of my build, and now it is just a matter of survival. I have maxed out the candelabra door. And now it could go pretty fast here. We're gonna max out the cross because it gets to level 8, which means that if I have chosen the right items, and I'm not sure I have, to be honest, for the cross at least, but if I have, I will be able to evolve it into the sort of the super weapon of the cross. But this cross is already rather effective, actually, I would say. Like, this cross is doing well. Okay, we're gonna go with the bone here for sure. Like, that thing needs to do more damage in order for me to actually be able to kill the enemies. And at some point, you know, like I would say probably around this point, you can't really see anymore what's going on. And it's kind of not important. You just want to make sure that you keep dodging the enemies and that you keep evolving your build. Now you see the center water there? Like, the center water is all over the place. If that stuff starts to do a little bit more damage as well, it's a really nice sort of supplemental additional energy. Oh, I've found another one. See, everything is gonna come back to me now, which is great. Okay, we're gonna maximum upgrade the bone as well. I'm gonna be getting a bunch of levels here. We're gonna go for the wand, although the Bible sounds... yeah, the Bible doesn't sound bad actually. Let's go for the Bible. The wand is kind of a bonus. The wand isn't really evolved just yet because I got it so late. Normally the wand is really good. Oh, here's some food for me. Nice. But we got a decent chance actually at doing a deep run. This is already, you know, I wouldn't say necessarily impressive maybe, but it's definitely already quite decent. Okay, the King Bible is gonna be also max rank here. It's already pretty decent because normally after 10 minutes you're dead. Especially if you get a little bit unlucky. So now I kind of know, after, you know, playing a few hours of this game, I kind of know what are decent combinations. And even though I haven't really played with the cross before, which is why I don't know what the requirements are to evolve it. I know that most of these other weapons are good enough. The garlic is a little bit of a shame, but I felt I had to choose it. Otherwise, I just felt that I would die. The next part is definitely the magic wand. Like, this magic wand is potentially so good that I want to keep playing with it. Now it's just waiting for more boss enemies, honestly. Because the enemies themselves, they start to pose a bit less of a threat. You can see that I can relatively easily just dispatch these guys and get all the experience crystals that I need. Now there's gonna be coming a wave at some point. It's not always gonna be as easy as this, but still. Yeah, if you come to this point, which you definitely not always will, I'm just having so much fun right now. Like, I may not be talking an awful lot, but this I think is absolutely amazing. So just really like the progression in roughly about 30 minutes. That's, in my opinion, the strength of this game. It's overwhelmingly positive on Steam, by the way. Like, it costs nothing. €2.40. Like, what even? And you can have like a complete progression loop in 30 minutes. Because at 30 minutes there's a special boss that spawns, and he's just gonna, I think you can't kill him. Last time I had a completely overpowered build, and he pretty much just one-shot me. So I think that is the you know, the default stance that's going to happen there. Maybe you can kill him, I don't actually know, but I don't think so. At least not now. It's still in early access, so maybe a bit later, you know, that might be the case. I'm wondering if there's still gonna be like oh, there's a boss. See the witch over here. So we're gonna try. She's gone. Where did she go? Oh, well, the green dude then. That's pretty obvious, huh? So let's try and kill him. There we go. Alright, 3 more upgrades. Let's see. Okay, a double holy water, that's not bad. So we got more base damage and it lasts longer, alright. And the second one more projectile and more base area. Okay. We're gonna go with the upgrade for the duplicator. 1 more projectile. Like, we're gonna fire so many projectiles, it's gonna be pretty nuts actually. So, while the game might seem total chaos, there is definitely a strategy involved, which I hope has been clear to you from the way that I'm talking about the games and the decisions that I've been making so far. It is not just pure luck at all, especially if you know which items are in the game and if you know which layouts that you're fighting in. There are, for sure, I would say, decisions to make and builds to go for and builds to try out. There are, of course, certain synergies. For example, if you go with a lot of base area damage, you can pick a bunch of skills that do a lot of damage but typically don't have a lot of base area and skill those together. And ultimately, if you level up everything and you keep surviving, you will end up with a build that does massive damage over decent areas, and that's the way that you can experiment with certain builds. Also, because all of the playable characters have a, let's say, a specific feature to them, you can once again play around with that. I would typically, unless you have a reason not to, but if you're in doubt, I would always level up the weapons, because you need damage a lot more than you need defense, at least in the current state of the game. That being said, I think all base damage is gonna be better than just the base damage of Center Water. So we're gonna upgrade the all base damage here. It's also a good idea, I would say, to try and evolve a weapon as soon as possible. Now, you will need to know which weapons evolve and what is required for it. But typically, I would say that is a very good idea. We're gonna go again with spinach. I like the damage. And for example, if I manage still, because the upgrades are not infinite, at some point you don't get upgrades anymore, you only get money. But if I still manage to upgrade my wand to level 8, which might happen, but it's not a huge chance, but it might happen, then I can evolve the wand using the red book that I have, the empty book. We're getting oh, here's the wand. Yeah, we're gonna try to go for the magic wand though. If only to show you an actual evolved weapon. So we'll see if that happens. And in theory, the bone and currently the cross and also potentially some of the other weapons that I already have at level 8, they could evolve, but only if I have the correct passives. And I am not sure I do. Okay, here we go. So with a bit of luck, you know, we might get an evolved weapon here. But once again, I don't know the prerequisites. It's just a regular level of holy water, which we're getting. Which is fine. Level 7. So also holy water is almost at max level. Meaning that once again, we can evolve it. And now I've reached the stage where I'm more than anything basically looking for a well, these kind of things, right? I'm looking for bosses, I'm looking for things to kill, I'm looking for other means to quickly dispose of enemies or get some other advantages still. Definitely the center water, which is now also max level. And you can see how much center water we're dropping right now as well, huh? It's not bad. Yeah, it would be really nice. Oh, here's a boss again. See this sort of brown creature? There we go. Would be really nice if we can somehow find an evolved weapon, so I can show you what that's like. And you can see how completely ridiculous it is. I think this is once again just a regular wand, right? Yeah, it's level 6 of the wand. But I'm still happy with that, level 6 of the wand. We're gonna take this to level 7. And then soon to level 8, hopefully. Because, you know, something that you could do is just keep walking around and start looking for the candelabras. And try and destroy those. And those can give you all these fancy upgrades. Or at least temporary boosts. So those candelabras, they contain the items, for example, that basically put every experience crystal towards you. Now these are instances in which you don't actually want to move too much. Moving here a lot is a mistake. Especially if you've got like the number of clear that I currently have. So there is definitely some strategy to it. And the reason you don't want to move is because you want to let the crosses do their work, right? See how they're cutting basically through the entire army on the left. And you want to have your books do the work. So it's not always running for the hill, I would say. Another kind of viable strategy is to take a path a little bit higher, especially if you know that the candelabras, they are typically on top and they can contain exactly what you need. Because what we really need right now would be a freeze, for example, or one of those things that would suck all the experience towards me. That would be pretty great. Oh shit, there's the boss. Okay, now you need to run a little bit. Like, you can't have this guy touch you. Like, that is going to be disastrous. Yeah, but this is... Oh, he's dead. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we get. I'm still hoping for an evolved weapon. Come on. What's that? That's just base damage, right? Is that just base damage? Yeah, that's just a level 5 base damage. That is still fine. That is still not bad. Because we need more base damage. But more than anything, I want to evolve. Help me evolve. Okay, magic wand, level 8. This means for sure that I know for a fact that this can evolve now if I find a boss or if I find a chest that actually allows me to do this. Okay, there's Medusa. We should be able to kill her relatively quickly. I don't think she gains more health over the course of the game. I think like Medusa always has the same amount of health. I don't think that she gets stronger, but I might be wrong there. Okay, so she's dead. Let's see what we get here. There we go. Okay, this is the evolved wand. Now, watch what's gonna happen with this wand, because this is gonna be absolutely nuts. So it's the holy wand, it's evolved, it fires with no delay, and it requires the empty tome, the red book. So now you see what's going to happen with like the magic wand, which is the blue crystals, right? Basically the blue sort of arcane bolts that spew out of me. You see how powerful this is and like how nuts this is? But crazy as it may sound, you need this in order to survive pretty much. Like this is the only thing you can do. We're gonna go for more cooldown reduction actually. So there is now no end anymore to how fast this thing is firing. I have basically also reached max base damage. If I reach level 60, there's gonna be yet another projectile. But imagine me not having this thing right now, and how much trouble I would have keeping everyone at bay here. It would be extremely difficult. And it would basically not happen. Now, I'm not sure we will survive here. I mean, it is pretty nuts, honestly. But this wand is definitely helping out. And I don't think we're done yet with the upgrades. I think we can get upgrades until we're level 60. And then only then it's not gonna work anymore. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with more empty tomes here. Most of my stuff is completely upgraded already, so it's just not gonna give me an option anymore. I could upgrade the garlic more, but the garlic isn't not really gonna do anything for me. And not in this stage of the game. Oh, here's another Medusa. She might drop a chest. She does drop a chest. Ah, we might get lucky, guys. What's this? Ooh. Here, five things. But we're not gonna get 5 upgrades. I think we're gonna get money. Oh wow, we are gonna get 5 upgrades. Holy moly. That's pretty massive. Okay, so we got 3 garlic upgrades, another book, and more armor. Okay, yeah, you can definitely see the garlic. You see the garlic around me? Now, I don't think it's gonna do too much. But yeah, who knows? So okay, fine. We're gonna upgrade the garlic then. If that was the game wants. I see all the red experience that I'm getting right here because of these monsters. It's basically speed leveling me now. I think until 30 minutes, and at 30 minutes there's just this guy that comes walking in, and he's gonna nuke you, and that's it. At least that has been it so far for me. Maybe there is a way to kill him, but yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, sure, we're gonna increase this garlic. I mean, the range of the garlic is still pretty good. It's not gonna cut through too many enemies, I don't think, because there's just too much going on. And by now they will have too much health. But it does also repel them a little bit, so that's definitely good. We gotta watch out if we can, but I'm not sure we can. For the witches. Okay, I only have the armor upgrades left. That's the only thing that I have left. At level 60, I do get 1 additional projectile still. So, I suppose there's that to look forward to. But then we are basically at max build. There is nothing then really happening anymore for me. A lot of experience here. Yeah, we're at full build. I see this guy. Yeah, he just it just comes in and that's it at 30 minutes. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you have now seen a complete sort of end game, if you want, but a complete game run in Vampire Survivors. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, and if you like the game, just buy the game, guys. I mean, I don't have to say this, I don't think, but this is not sponsored in any way. I suppose I should have said it at the start, but it's not. €2.40. You can't go wrong here. If this is something that you like, just go and buy the game. It's great. Hopefully you had a good idea of what this game was about. I have had a good time. I think this is amazing. And I can't honestly wait what else is in store. Because it's only early access, there will be more levels, there will probably be more heroes, more weapons. I'm sure you can imagine some fun things happening here. Thanks for watching, see you soon, bye bye.